Hello, hello, and welcome. It's LaShonda Henry here, aka Sister Sense. Baby, it's the digital business blueprint for me. Welcome. This is all about what you can do when it comes to creating your own custom apps and tiny tools. I'm super excited to see some newbies in the virtual building. We're on day number 2. My goal is to show you how to create your own no-code AI-powered custom apps and tools that is going to help you ultimately turn your content into consistent cash flow without a big team, big budget, or big audience. So hopefully you have taken the opportunity on day 1, now on day 2, to scan that QR code so you can get your pre-build PDF. And I will come back to this as people kind of mosey on in throughout the day, okay? But that pre-build PDF, it's got some prompts in there that are really going to help rev up your efforts, plus a surprise prompt that I'm going to share with you, so there are some other good things that we can do, right? Learning how to create what I call tiny tools so that you can get into the process of not just doing traditional digital products, right? You know, traditional products, your digital ebooks, your courses, right? Your printables, your worksheets, the traditional digital products. There's a new generation that I have been leaning into quietly for several months now, a new generation of digital products that 7-figure entrepreneurs have been building and benefiting from for years. Let me ask you guys a question. Are you familiar with the term SaaS? S-A-A-S. Yes or no? Do you know that term, SaaS? S-A-A-S. It stands for, did you say you do or you don't? I heard somebody.
No, that was me, Ophelia. No, I don't know that term at all.
Gotcha. It stands for software as a service. And so when you see your Amazons, your Netflixes, when you see ClickFunnels, when you see Canva, these are service-based software systems that are making multiple 7 figures because they are servicing you in some way, right? It's like back in the day we would go to Blockbuster or the evolution of Blockbuster, the red box, and get our videos. Guess what? Software as a service. Click, 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 stream. I don't need to go outside and, in my pajamas, run to CVS to go get a red box. I have streaming right at my fingertips. And so a lot of individuals, right, the amazing woman behind Canva, I wish I could tell you her name right now, look her up. Her story is real interesting. Created software where they're making multiple figures. But guess what? If you know about software, you know that you need to spend tens of thousands of dollars to get developers to help you build out them software pieces, those apps. But guess what? AI is changing the game. So everybody's talking about what? The AI gold rush. AI gold is not just simply using AI to create content to help you go viral, to quickly create an email that would have took you 12 hours to struggle over. No. AI, baby, is about strategically and intentionally creating valuable pieces of content that you never had the opportunity, whether it be the bandwidth, the team, or the funds to create before. And that's how you use AI for me. Because a lot of people don't use AI like me. Literally in the mastermind right now, my annual Insider Circle, right? I'm doing sessions called Chat GPT like me because, baby, the average user is not using it the way they should, right? Matissa came in yesterday. She's like, I use Canva, but I've never used Canva AI the way you use. It's the evolution. And to that credit, it's because so many people are consuming, oversaturating the internet with all the regular, degular, smegular ways of doing things. But guess what? Those ways that worked before don't work anymore. In a gold rush, they used to say, sell the shovels. Everybody's trying to pan for gold. Sell the shovels. That means you should be creating, see this right here? Tools. Everybody's spending tons of money to use AI. Use AI to create tools they want to buy. That's what we're going to do, okay? Especially, I know Ophelia in the education space. I had the opportunity to work with her. We've been OGs for many, many moons. I helped her build a website, oh, my goodness, well over 10 years ago, right?
Yeah, that was a while.
Here. Oh, what were you going to say? Sorry.
No. I didn't want to talk over you. No, I was just agreeing with you. Yeah, that was a while back, but now I'm, in the education realm, and you have been so very, very helpful.
I love it. I love it. I'd be curious, funny enough, those of you who are here, if you remember the year or around the year that you started working with me, I've been doing this thing for 20 plus years, right? One of my clients, Rhonda, she's like, girl, I've been with you since the Y2K days, since 2000, when your locks were like as tiny and at the top of your head, and Christopher was sitting on your lap, and Christopher is now 18, driving my car and all, right? But that aside, the reality is that you want to be in a place where you are around for decades too, creating a business that consistently works for you in any economy. And in this new economy, AI is what you need to know to grow, not just simply from the consumption space where you're using it like everybody else is using it, but using it to create valuable offers. So we're using it to create tools that you can use and your customers can use too. So let me get you up to speed, okay? I've been building tools in AI over the last couple of months. Those of you who have signed up for my Build Kit or my Scale Kit, you see that digital business builder toolkit that you logged into? I built that from scratch. I am a computer science major. I do have a degree from Columbia University. I used to code all day, every day, right? This is no coding. This is no technical experience required. You don't need to code today. Literally, what you do need to do is to learn how to communicate with AI so it can code for you, right? That's the awesomeness. So in me learning all the things that I've learned, the thousands of dollars and man hours, well, woman hours, because let's be clear, we work harder than them. They say they do the heavy lifting, but baby, the brain, we be braining. Our heavy lifting takes it to a whole other level, okay? But that's men versus women. That's a conversation for another day. Point being, LOL. Point being, in all the things that I've done, I've crafted what I am calling tiny tool apps. These are web apps that you can produce that are no code. They are small, finishable, and sellable. Yesterday, I shared 10 types of tiny tools. Assessments, quizzes, right? Number one. Books, number two. And not just the PDFs or the self-publishing physical books, but interactive books. Calculators, challenges, forms, games, generators, lists, planners, and trackers. I'm getting you up to speed because one of the first things that we did yesterday was we did a prompt, and there are two prompts in your pre-build guide. The smaller one, which is the second one, that will help you figure out which type of tiny tools are great for you based on your expertise in your industry. The first one, which is very big, that first one is a Bertha, and it's going to help you craft a book, an interactive book based on your interest, your target audience, your expertise, and AI is going to write that book for you. Then I have another prompt, number 3, that we're going to get to. Time permitting, because I did show you guys how to create assessment quizzes, and I said, hey, do you want to create one of those? And a couple of you said yes, so I said, all right, we can rock that out today, okay? But we went through the 10 types. Not only that, I explained that you can go through the smaller prompt to figure out the best types for you. We're not doing that today. We're jumping forward. But I don't want to leave y'all back who missed yesterday, so that we're going to start today in a certain way, okay? Yesterday we did a quick build demo. Not going to do that today. Just going to show you what I built so that you can see visually what you can do too, okay? So let me just do a quick build demo. So first of all, let me take you to what I call a Titan tool, okay? This is my digital business builder, okay? Oop, I forgot to do one thing. Okay, so I'll give it a couple of minutes, come back to logging in, but I'll show you the front face of the Digital Business Builder Toolkit. I built this from scratch, no code with AI, okay? This is where all my digital goodies will live. I call it a Titan tool because it's premium. My goal is that I am selling access to this at $1,000 a year subscription, $100 a month, okay? This is my ClickFunnels. This is my Netflix. This is my Titan tool. Funny enough, outside of doing this virtual training this week, next week I am doing a Build-A-Thon. This week we're doing Tiny. Next week I'm building Titan. So I'm doing an in-person event here in North Carolina so that we can continue this, but bigger applications and going from $10 Tiny tools to $1,000 Titan offers, premium offers. But point being, there are a range of products that you can produce. And we're going to talk about $10, $100, $1,000 price points a little bit later today. But the gist of today is continuing to work on building an app, number one, setting it up for sales, number two, and then looking at scaling, number three. We'll do that. And then if I have the time, I mean, we should be done by about 4 or 5. But if I have the time and you guys want to do the assessment project, we can lean into that as well, okay? Just to give you a little bit of sense of what the agenda is today, and we wrapped up about 4 o'clock yesterday. But if y'all want to keep going, I got you. We can extend. Outside of building Titan tools, digital products that are at the $1,000 scalable level, I have been creating my own and also teaching how to build Tiny. So yesterday, I did a demo and created a quiz. I'll show you that quiz in a second. Oh, I write so fast, I forget what I'm doing. I think this is the link. Fingers crossed. Yes. Okay. So an assessment, a quiz. I built this in Canva, right? And so people can go through it. I'm just not even going to think about it. I'm just going to click things, click, 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 till I get to the end. Confetti, yay. It tells you what tool you should use. It's going to be a free tool. I built it yesterday. I will be sharing it tomorrow. Okay. This is about building digital products, whether they be free or paid, in minutes and not months, okay? Then someone can go, okay, what can I do now? Well, now that you know your best tools are calculators, lists, and forms, let's start building. Go get my kit. They go to my sales page. So you're creating tools that you can use for freebie offers or that you can sell, okay, depending upon the type of tool you create, number one. Number two, let's go over to an example. So this is one example of a quiz that one of the ladies in my circle, LaVon, worked on. We did this a couple of weeks ago, right? So this was to promote her book. And then within sharing it with her audience, within the first hour, she already got her first 3 sales within that first hour. She was like, yeah, this works. So they take the quiz, they get an assessment, they can email it to themselves, number 1 and 2, and then it leads them to her pre-order page where they can purchase her book, okay? Yesterday when we were doing, if I can remember the name of it, we were doing books, The Well Within. We did interactive books yesterday. She was able to create this beautiful 7-chapter book. LaVon is in the self-care space, where in chapters she integrated affirmations and well practices, gratitude statements, bonus chapters, and again, she'll be using this to integrate other promotions into her book launch. So she's given herself these next 2 months to strategically work on promoting the book that we finished. This year, as part of my ongoing mastermind, don't know how many of you are in my 12-month program, But we have been doing many things. One of them is 12 books in 12 months. And so one of my favorite types of book is playbooks, where you teach people a signature framework that you have put together. And she has created her signature framework. She's coming out to my in-person next week. Yay, I'm excited. And so hopefully she gets the physical copies so I can show you guys, because I always like to go live when I do my in-person. If you want to come out to that, definitely check in, let me know. It is Friday to Sunday next weekend, okay? But anyway, point being, having a main offer and then creating not just regular traditional PDFs or courses or audio content, printable worksheets, but stuff that people can interact with. That's what we're doing, okay? So I wanted to show you a couple of examples. Number one, to reset the room and give you a sense of what you can build. Now, there are a few things that we're going to do to kick off today's conversation, okay? Number one, I wanted to make sure that anyone who missed yesterday could come in today and not feel lost. So you know what a tiny tool is. I've given you some visual examples. Yes, yes. I don't want you to do too much overthinking right now, okay? That's number one. If you missed yesterday, I want to give you an opportunity today to put the prompt in to ChatGPT to gain clarity around one of the following, but I'm leaning towards creating your book concept, okay? Because that's the thing that we're focused on. So let me show it to you. This pre-built book that everyone has, right? It has a prompt in here called the Easy Ebook Generator. It literally is like a page and a half. Copy the prompt and put it into ChatGPT so that you can go through a series of questions to help you figure out your book, okay? Now, once you have the prompt, you're going to put it into Canva. Don't worry if you didn't do this yesterday, because you're going to see how to do it today. I just want to make sure that everybody who wasn't here yesterday is up to speed, okay? I'm going to show you exactly how to use this prompt. I'm going to copy it, paste it into ChatGPT, and show you how to use it, okay? The first prompt is about getting clear about a book that is going to be your industry expertise book that AI is going to build for you. If you scroll down, you're going to see another prompt, okay? That prompt is the decide prompt. That will help you get clear about, of the 10 types of tools I've identified, which types are best for you, okay? I would like you to do this, but you could do it later. I'm more wanting you to do the bigger one so that you can come up with a book project now. Does that make sense? Is everybody clear about that so far? Coming up with an interactive book project if you did not do one yesterday, okay? That's getting you up to speed. People who were here yesterday, obviously I'm kind of resetting the room the first 20 minutes. So you get a reset. If you have questions about your build, as far as tweaking it, making it better, now is the time to start getting those questions together, because we're going to do a tweak session. If you want to show me what you built yesterday so you can put it on the screen, I can help you tweak it and or showcase it with everyone here. Awesome, because ultimately what I want you to be able to do is to offer some version of your builds to be featured in what I'm calling my Tiny Tools library, so I can showcase the beautiful things that you've built once you've built them, right? So let me know if you're good. If you have any questions, number one, I'm going to check the chat just to see what you guys are saying. And then those of you who never used my prompts before, I'll show you how to use them, because I put my foot in my prompts. If you're in my one-year program, y'all are used to using my CCQ prompts. If you're not, you're in for a treat. Let's see here. Okay, awesome. You guys got the link. Matissa says, happy Sunday. Day 2, excited. I knew I had to be here because I know you are my go-to for these things. Your go-to techie girl. That's what my job is. That's what my job is. Andrea says, hello, curious to see how something new to separate from the crowd. Yes, the digital product space is so oversaturated in this new economy, baby. You got to rise above the competition. And if you are at the forefront of this AI revolution, you're going to be leaps and bounds ahead of everybody else, right? Let's see here. Reason is because I have ebooks that need to move. My current marketing strategy is not moving the ebooks. I also have so many new ebook ideas and would like to sell them in different modalities. Awesome. Okay. Figuring out how to strategically do that in new ways. All right, good stuff. If we have an ebook already, can we convert it? That's a great question. There are nuances to doing it. I'm not going to go through using an existing ebook because you can. There are just certain ways to do it. What I'm focusing on right now is the easier option, which is coming up with a concept, having AI write the whole thing for you, and then tweaking what they've written to make sure that it really is a reflection of you, right? If I talked about all different types, we would be here too long. But long story long, yes, you can. Long story short, okay? Let me run into ChatGPT to show you guys this prompt real quick. As you guys know, I am a New Yorker, so I'm always like real quick, right? I don't want to overtalk. I want you to implement more than anything else. So if you find that I'm going off too far, tell me come back on track. You can be real with me. Or if you find that I talk too fast, because that's the New Yorker in me, plus the techie in me, because I find a lot of techie people talk fast. We're just excited about what we talk about. Anything you don't understand, anything that I assume you understand but you don't, no question is a stupid question. Slow me down, ask for clarification, please. So I'm in ChatGPT. I want you to implement, so let me put this prompt in here. Hit enter. You don't have to read it. Just know that this long prompt is going to help you generate a smaller prompt that you put into Canva to generate your book. That's the long and short of it. So what's going to happen now is ChatGPT is going to start to talk to me. It says, perfect. LaShonda, let's dive into the easy ebook generator clarity session. I'll be asking you 12 structured questions, I'm tongue-tied, so that you can get Canva and code, put it into Canva AI, format your ebook. What is the topic of your ebook? Okay. What is the topic of your ebook? So I'm just going to answer like 2-3 questions, and then so you guys can get a gist of it. You can type it. My personal preference is to use text-to-speech. Talk to it. It's faster, it's easier, and you can get more details in. The more clear and detailed you are, the better results you get back, okay? I don't know, how many of you type when you talk to ChatGPT? How many of you use ChatGPT, period? If you don't want to use ChatGPT, put it in Gemini, whatever else you prefer as far as your AI, but I've created most of these for ChatGPT, right? Talk. Somebody says, I type. Get used to talking to it. On your iPad, your iPhone, your laptop, get used to talking. I've created CC. CC is what I call a clarity coach, right? When you talk to CC, it's like you're talking to me. And it's more comfortable when you talk it than type it. You'll see, okay? So let me do it. So yesterday I had a bunch of book ideas, if I'm being honest. And then I think I ran with it. But I don't know. So give me some suggestions, please. It'll transcribe it. Got you. You've been on idea overflow mode lately. Let me ground you with 3 strong ebooks. See which one feels right. Okay, so let me ground you, LOL, and the reality that you gave me my own damn ebooks. So you know good and well, I created the Tiny Tools, Big Profits interactive ebook last week. Break Up with Broke is an audiobook that I created in February. And the Ideas to Income, well, I don't know when I created that guide, but those are all old suggestions. You gave me my old stuff. I need innovation here. Let's try again. So I have prompted the prompt so that as much as possible it can build conversations based on your chat history. So if you do talk to it enough, it's not just kind of going off of the cuff, right? But that's funny. LOL, you said, okay, you're right. I recycled your already published babies. Thank you for grounding me. Micro Money Makers, a guide to creating bite-sized digital products. The Cash Flow Cure, a step-by-step framework to diagnose and fix your income. Fast Track to 1K, a quick start ebook showing how to turn one digital idea into $1,000 in 30 days. Okay, so the Cash Flow Cure is also another one of my products. I don't know how they're leaking in. Are you tired? I'm serious. Are you tired today? Because we've been talking for several hours this morning, so you might be tired. But let me know. Sidetrack. I'm actually demoing this clarity as part of a training I'm doing. Side note. So I'm doing day 2 of the Tiny Tools Build-A-Thon. Yay, me. I do like micro money makers, so I think I'm going to run with that. Number 1, I do like Fast Track to 1K. That I'll do another day. So let's put it in the memory bank. But micro money makers, let's run with that one. I'll do like 1 or 2 more prompts because some of you may not be, you, as I like to say, you don't chat GPT like me. So it may seem odd. Sometimes my hubby would say, are you in the room talking to your lover? Because the way I talk to ChatGPT, he's like, why? Why do you need to do? Why? I get the meat. I get the potatoes. I get what I need. So let me answer one more question here. Congrats on day 2. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's lock it in. Micro money makers. What is the theme or short description? I'm good with what you gave me. Bite-sized digital products and interactive tools that sell themselves. So I've been teaching minis. I have a whole series on how to create I call them minis. These are bite-sized digital products that are easy for you to create and easy for your audience to consume. And then now I've evolved that into tiny tools. These are the ones that are interactive, no-code web apps and micro tools you can build. And so micro money makers, it would be cool to kind of fuse the 2 concepts. Minis are mini digital products that are traditional, and you can turn them into megas that are premium digital products, still traditional. Minis under $100, megas are over $1,000. Tiny tools, the difference is that they're the new generation of digital products, and they are those custom no-code apps, all the things. You can create tiny tools that are under 100 or turn them into Titan toolkits. Titan offers over 1,000. So let's run with that. Then you can talk to it for up to 10 minutes. I try to cut myself off after about 2-3 minutes because sometimes it doesn't hear you, and if you talk for 10 minutes and it didn't get any of that, sometimes you want to cry because it's free-form thought. You may not be able to repeat all of what you said. All right, so you said a guide to creating minis and tiny tools that are easy to build, easy to sell, and can scale. I would keep it as what you said, micro money makers. I would keep it as a guide to creating bite-sized digital products that are easy to build, easy to sell, and can scale from $100 offer to $1,000. No, that can scale from $10 products to 1,000 plus offers. I'm not 100% in love with that, so you might want to tweak that. But I don't want to say anything about tiny tools or minis in and overload the description. Let's just say they're bite-sized digital products. Maybe you can say that, that you can turn low-ticket digital products into high-profit sales, something clean. Is this ebook going to be free or a lead magnet? Let's make it a paid digital product. All right, so are you good? Do you understand how I do what I do? Might sound a little bit off. You don't have to try to be me. Just be yourself. If you feel more comfortable typing, type. Otherwise, talk it out. Okay? So do that prompt, number one. Those of you who were here from yesterday, like I said, if you have questions about what you want to tweak, put those into the chat, number one. If you want to show me what you did yesterday and have me put it on the screen, either to critique it or to show it off, we could do that, number two. And then what we're going to do is follow up with building so that you can then take your build and set it up for sales. So like I said, that's pretty much the heart of today. And then me sharing with you my methodology of turning low ticket into premium offers, some of it. I am going to do a 6-week intensive for my insider circle. And if you got the scale kit, that includes the 6-week intensive, so that we go deeper into not just creating low-ticket digital products, but high-profit ones. But for now, we're going to focus on low-ticket, entry point, and free. Paid, low-ticket, paid, and free to get the ball rolling. Hopefully that makes sense. Is everybody good? Is everybody clear? Are you going to work on this, or are you going to work on something else? Let me know. Matissa says, I typed, but yesterday I talked, and it's dialoguing back with me was nice. Yes, it's different. It does take getting used to, but once you got it, baby, it's the win for me. Awesome. Matissa, you've got something for us to see. I love it. So first, let me be quiet for a second. Let me be quiet so that those of you who got the prompt can start working on it. Then I'm going to put your link, Matissa, on the screen so I can take a look at it. And then I don't want to put it on the screen yet because then I'm going to start talking about it. So I'm going to put it up in a second. 5 minutes or so, quiet, tweak, continue tweaking, or starting with this prompt, and then I'll check in. Good? Just let me know you guys are good. Building better together. It is continuing. We are continuing day number 2. Checking in. How are you feeling? Those of you who are working on the prompts, especially if this is the first time working on my kind of prompts, how are you feeling? What are you getting? Did you finish? Are you still working on it? Feel free to unmute yourself and check in with me, anyone. And then I'm going to show you a build, and we'll keep going from there. So as I wait for you guys to check in, whether it be via the chat or by unmuting, I'm going to get my build on the screen. Let's see here. Doing awesome. I love using ChatGPT. It's a helpful clarity editor. Absolutely. So many things you can do with ChatGPT. My favorite is clarity. I always say when you can't ask me, ask CC in the form of ChatGPT. So what you see in front of you is what I call my Tiny Tools Apps Builder. And so this is actually a custom GPT that I created so that whichever one of the 10 types of tools you want to build, you can get support to get a starter prompt and work on that build. Now, I actually gave you all a special prompt just to make an interactive ebook. Okay, I've got a ton of prompts. That's one of them. And that came from my easy ebook generator. So to put it in context, let's see. Here we go. My easy ebook generator, I gave you all the begin prompt so that you can put that into ChatGPT and over the course of, on average, 15 to 20 minutes, have a prompt that you can then use to basically then put that into Canva and have Canva make your ebook, right? But my Tiny Tools app builder, GPT, this one goes for all the 10 types. So I'm going to do a really simple one. As you can see here, there are a couple of options. Start build, quick build, pre-build, and full build. You guys were doing kind of like a pre-build prep. I'm going to do a quick build. I want to work on a quiz. A. For those of you who didn't get to see me do a demo quiz yesterday. This quiz is for people who go to my Tiny Tools purchase page. I have 3 types of kits: the Tiny Tools starter kit, the build kit, and the scale kit. And I basically want to take them through a quiz, and ultimately they will know the best kit for them. Great direction. Tiny Tools kit finder quiz. Tiny Tools kit finder quiz. A simple assessment. Would you like it? Would you like to keep this, or tweak it, or see a couple of alternative phrases? Let me see a couple of alternative phrases. See. So every step of the way, I've set this thing up. So either you can tell it what you want, it can give you suggestions, or you can adjust. The Find Your Fit quiz, Tiny Tools Path quiz. Oh, I actually already have one. Pick Your Kit quiz. Pick your kit. All right. Ready for your starter prompt? Here's a Canva-friendly version you can copy. So quick builds, literally in a few questions you get your builds, but if you want to keep going, you can. So I got a starter prompt. Do you want me to generate an expanded prompt? So I got the starter one, but if I want a more detailed one, I can. Yeah, sure. Let me see an expanded prompt. Would you like to lock this in to your Build-A kit, or would you like to break it by adding extra features, progress, call to action? I actually want to break it down. I want to break it down a little bit. So every step of the way, you can just use what you got, or if you want to keep going a little bit deeper, you can. So where is this custom GPT that I have built? It's in the Build kit. This training that I'm doing is 2 days, and then I'm doing a 6-week accelerator that happens in about 2 weeks. And next weekend, we're doing the in-person to create premium kits if you want to do that one. And then what? I'm blanking. I'm blanking with something I wanted to say. My brain fog is fogging today. The idea here is that those of you who signed up for the build or the scale kit, you do have this. Those of you who are in those of you who are in the Insider Circle, which is my annual program, you get the live trainings and whatever I do in the live trainings. So you do get the 2-day and you do get the 6-week, but you have to get the build kit or the scale kit with the things in it. These live trainings actually complement what's in the kits themselves so that you know what the hell to do with the content. So there are lots of things in the kits themselves. The build kit, the heart of it is this GPT. Just a little bit of context. If you're like, where is this? This is inside the build kit. So the starter kit lives in the build kit, and the build kit lives in the scale kit, and you can get whichever one makes sense for you. All right. So let's see here. Ooh, am I still recording? Yes. Perfect. Here are some feature ideas. Progress bar, results page, short explanations. Each result includes 1 to 2 sessions, reset button, header image, background style, motivational tagline, clean gradient, motivational tagline. Let me get my brand color real quick. So one of the things that I talked about yesterday, and you'll be aware of it today, is as you're doing your build, you can give the AI prompts that literally can be like 3 words. Like, honestly, you'd be amazed at how simple your prompts can be, right? However, you can craft really detailed prompts. You don't have to, because even at a minimal instruction, like a sentence or two, the AI will build something with you for you to the best of its ability. When you start to craft more advanced prompts or use the prompt support resources that I've created for you, what you're going to see is more specific results and less needing to tweak after you get your initial results. You can continue tweaking it, but the more refined the initial prompt is, the better results for you, right? So I just grabbed my brand purple so I can put it in here. Okay, this is great. Let's do a couple of things. Let's start with my brand color, because I do like the idea of doing gradient backgrounds. Love that. So gradient backgrounds are like shaded. So it's not like a flat color. So if you know your colors, great. If you don't know them, you can always pull them from whatever you're consistently using in Canva. I kind of want to see what Canva comes up with, but I do like short explanations. So showing the results, obviously, after their quiz, a progress bar, I do like that. Learn more. Oh, yeah, I definitely like that. Let me give you the link to my actual starter kit so they can know where to buy the starter kit. So that link, I would go and grab it. I like to copy from the browser, but I'm just going to write it in. tinytools.sistersense.tech. So here's the other caveat, and I mentioned this yesterday. What is your main website domain? Whatever that is, you may want to consider getting alternates, but the same thing. So I have sistersense.co, .io, .tech, .site, and I use them in different ways. Do you have to get all of them? No, you don't have to spend your money on all of those. But if you're going to start creating apps in Canva, you may want to get another one like a .io. .ios can be a little bit pricey. A .site, the .site costs me like $4, depending upon the platform that you use. If you want me to send you my affiliate link for buying domains names, I can. But point being, you may want to get a custom domain so you're not just using the Canva one. So let me put that in there for the URL. And as far as descriptions are concerned, I think it's worth mentioning what each of the toolkits include so that the quiz is better crafted and it's not generic. Because to be honest with you, I don't want a generic quiz. So let me tell you what each of these starter kits has real quick. Now, you could give it just a theme or a concept, and it will fill in the blanks. It's AI. It's infinite knowledge. It will fill in the blanks, right? However, again, more detailed you are, the better. Okay, so let's break this thing down because we're in Break It, right? I like the idea of a reset button to learn more. I pretty much like everything that you have here. I don't need a logo right now, so I'm good on that. Motivational tagline. Your perfect kit is waiting. That's an option, but here's my preferred option. I like the idea of a motivational tagline, but I already have one. So this is kind of showing you how to pre-tweak. Are you guys good, by the way? Can you still hear me? Can you still see everything? This is a good example of pre-tweaking. Again, the more clarity you give it, the better results you get. My tagline is, I could speak it, but I'm writing it so it spells it correctly. Untap your profit potential with tiny tools. So what I've built is, I call it Tiny Tool Apps. So the acronym is TTAPP, TAP. So untap your profit potential, but it would spell it wrong if I didn't spell it correctly. So maybe both of those. Your perfect kit is waiting, and then untap your profit potential with tiny tools, or one of them. I kind of like everything here, but let me just kind of give you the gist of this thing. So the idea is that I'm helping people create web apps. Launch your first interactive app in minutes. Use AI to quickly create profit-ready tiny tools that engage, sell, and scale. This is the new generation of digital products your customers will happily pay for. Build fast, sell faster, no tech skills required. Okay, so that's the gist of it, number one. Number two, what does each kit include? I could just keep talking, but I'm breaking it up ever so slightly so that I don't talk and talk and talk, and then it doesn't get all of it. Let's start with the starter kit. It includes the starter guide. It's called 10-Minute Tiny Tools, and I give the 10 types of profit-ready tiny tools and help them basically pick the perfect type. That's the guide, number one. And then there's the starter guide. Then there's the ideas guide, which is the light version of the ideas guide. It includes 50 profit-ready tool ideas plus pre-build prompts, number three, to prep your app quickly. Those are the three things. That's in the starter kit. Build kit includes the starter kit plus the Tiny Tools app builder, 250 ideas in the full Tiny Tools ideas guide. The Build-A-Thon, whether they get it live or on demand, and they walk away with a finished tiny tool. Then the scale kit is everything in the build kit. They learn the Tiny to Titan framework, which shows how to turn $10 tiny tools into 1K plus Titan offers. So it's about learning how to create systems that scale. They get access to a 6-week Tiny Tool intensive, advanced Tiny Tool templates. They get 1-year access to my Digital Business Builder Toolkit. If you want to learn how to create digital products, money, marketing, sales, everything is in that. That's a $1,000 value, so it's a BOGO bonus. They get my easy ebook generator, and I do have several generators that I will be launching within the next 30 days, so they get access to all of that with the goal of building not just tiny tools, but Titan toolkits and creating your first 1K offer. That's a part of the intensive. So that's the scale kit versus the build kit versus the starter kit, and I kind of want to make sure that my assessment leans towards that. I mean, it's pretty much for any entrepreneur creative who wants to create micro tools that they can give to their audience, especially coaches, consultants, authors, speakers, useful content that they can give to customers where they're not just reading things and learning things. Information is valuable, but doing things so that they can see transformations and results using these interactive tools. So that's to kind of give you a sense of going deeper, right? When I have conversations with the AI, whether it be in this or other things, I try to go deeper because that clarity gives me more refined content back. Question, awesome. Unmute yourself.
Hi, LaShonda, it's Matessa. Can you hear me?
Hey. Yes.
Okay. I have a question just to make sure I'm not lost. All right, what you're showing now is like how we clicked on the Digital Business Builder from our toolkit from you, and then how it has all the tabs like Home and Library, Upgrade, Create. So we're figuring out how to build that, right? That's what we're doing now, or because I want to make sure I'm not lost.
Okay. So you said you're in the Digital Business Builder Toolkit.
Right. I'm trying to make sure I'm understanding. I'm sorry.
I got you. And it's got Library, Upgrade, Create. Are you creating that? Are you asking me, are you creating that for yourself is what you're asking?
Right. Is that what no, I'm saying like now how you giving these prompts, because I can see that in my library you have like books and challenges and all these different things, your classes, podcasts. Is that what we're building from these prompts that you're showing us now?
Oh, great
LaShonda,
question.
she's literally asking the question that I was thinking.
Because I was like, let me slow her down because I am lost, I think. But
No,
I'm like, I
you're
think I'm
literally
halfway there,
asking
but I'm
exactly what I was wondering, the same
sorry,
thing.
LaShonda.
Thank you.
No worries, I got you. So I am going to scroll up real quick, right? Oh, I can't show it to you on the screen. Can I? I'm going to have to come out of this real quick, but I'll come back to it. So let's restart ever so slightly, but I'm not losing anything here. So let's go to Tiny Tools App Builder. Okay, so this is a custom tool that's going to help you build tools. Okay, so I gave you a prompt as part of this training that can help you create an interactive ebook, right? One thing, interactive ebook. This one helps you to pick any of the 10 types and create prompts for that type that you pick. Whether you know which type or the experience helps you identify a type. There are quick builds, full builds, pre-builds. There are different things in here. If you don't know where to start, just say, help me, and it will explain. But the purpose of this is very similar to the prompt that I gave you, for you to go through a series of questions and have it give you prompts that you could put into Canva. That's the first thing. My Digital Business Builder Toolkit has a lot of stuff to help you build your business. That stuff is great because you do get some of those pieces in general, but that's not what you're looking for. When you're on your home page, if you go to the starter page, if you're logged in, when you're on the home page, do you see a button that says Browse Your Bundles? When you look at the bundles, look for the, what is it called? The bundle you're looking for is the Build Kit. In the Build Kit, you will find the Tiny Tools App Builder. That's if you're looking for it, that's where it is. It's in your
Okay,
Build
I was
Kit.
looking for it, so I'm going back to my Tiny Tools Build Kit. And then under there, it's the very first thing. Is it go to my digital business kit or no?
When you're on the browse bundles, you're going to see a bunch of bundles. Which bundle do you see? The Tiny Tools Build Kit bundle?
I see. Okay, I'm on the Tiny Tools Build Kit, and then under that is like, welcome, you're officially one of our first pro members. And then under that, activate and access your digital kit access, and then it's like, go to your digital business toolkit. No,
You
that's wrong.
Builder. Hold on. Let me. I'm going to pause.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Wait. No worries. I got you. Okay, so logged in, different browser, because clearing cache, not doing that right now. But anyway, browse your bundles. Let's go over to the Build Kit. And here we go. The Tiny Tool Apps Builder. This one in blue. That one. Do you see it? That's going to open up that custom GPT that I just showed you.
See, I don't have that first thing. So when you go back home, I don't have the browse builder. Maybe that's what I'm missing.
When you go home and you go to, you see Pro version, you know what it could be.
I just have, it says welcome Matissa, and then it has break up from broke, download your freedom, mid-year reset, create a digital product, and 7-day action plan. I don't have what you have on your home.
You don't see the browse button. It could be the login that you have. I'm gonna double check it.
Okay.
I won't do it now because I don't want to go off on a tangent. However,
okay.
I'll figure out.
I can wait till you pause and go into a break, but I just want to make sure I'm in the right place.
Gotcha. Right. So you should be able to, and I would have to double check and see what key you have, but when you log in, if anybody else can log in and check, depending on your key, if you have the key for the build kit, you should see multiple browse your bundle kits, one of them being the build kit. And that one has the chat GPT prompt. But don't worry, I got you, or anyone else who needs help and support around that, I got you too. First, let me just...
LaShonda, can I just interject too? I'm so sorry, I forgot your name.
Matissa?
Matissa, I agree. I don't have that either.
Okay, so when you log in, what are you seeing?
It says, let's see, on the home it says, is it under action? Because that's what I have. Break up with broke, set up for sales, 30-day profit progress plan, and the 100-day action plan.
Gotcha. It should be on it should be on the start page, a button that says browse your bundles. And you're not seeing it. I got you. Don't worry. I
went back. It's not there. It just says break up with broke, download freedom, mid-year reset, create a digital product, and 7-day action plan.
Gotcha. So I'm going to double check what's going on with that for you guys in a second. You don't need it at this very minute because I'm just using it as opposed to using the other one that I gave you all to show you a different way to get prompts, those of you who have the build kit. But when I go on a break and pause, then I'll make sure I can fix it and make sure you guys are able to log in. But that's always good because with technology, with technology, these things happen, and y'all will be able to get it in a couple of minutes. As soon as
Thank you, LaShonda.
Yeah, awesome. No worries. Thank you for letting me know so I can make sure that you guys have what you need. Okay. The thing that we are doing is I was in the quick builds. Okay, and this is where I left off. And then it says, this Break It version makes your quiz feel branded, detailed, and directly tied to your offers. Would you like me to suggest 3 example quiz questions that would steer people naturally towards the right kit? No. I'm going to just use this for now, pop it into Canva, and just to give you an example of what you could do. So I'm creating a ton of different resources to help you. The main resource that is done and ready in the build kit is this one, so that any type of tool you want to create, you can get a start prompt for it, okay? The prompt that everyone has, whether you're just watching the 2-day training or you purchased Build or Scale, is to create an interactive ebook. That's the prompt that you guys worked on this morning and also this afternoon and also yesterday, okay? Just want to make sure everybody is on the same page. So now what I'm going to do is show you the build. I'm here in Canva. No, I'm here in ChatGPT, and I clicked copy. I copied my starter prompt, okay? This is the prompt that I'm going to give to Canva. Let's go to Canva, and some of you will know this already, but if you're new to the process, this gives you a little bit of clarity as far as where to go. Hey, Inger, welcome back. So I am going to go home, okay, and I'm going to go to Canva AI. So you're on your home page. You're used to being here. I'm on my iPad. It may look a little different than yours, but you're used to being here, right? And then it says, what will you design today? You actually have 3 buttons. Click on the one that says Canva AI. Then you have all these cool options. Design, create an image. You want to click on Code for Me. Then you want to paste in the instructions right here. And then you can hit Enter, and it will begin the code process, okay? So you could literally say, make me a quiz. and that's it. You literally can put 3 words in here. It will make a quiz, and then you can tweak it from that point. Or as you get better at communicating what you want to the AI, you can give it more details, and in giving it more details, you get something that's more tailored to your needs, which is why I created that builder, so that you could go through a series of questions, and then ChatGPT could build you a prompt. So you don't have to build it manually. Because, see, you don't have to learn how to write the prompts. You don't have to learn how to give it all the details. Oh, how do I know what to put in here? Don't worry about that. Just answer the questions, get a prompt created for you. That was the purpose of many of the things that we've been doing between yesterday and today. Hopefully that makes sense, okay? So you notice my prompt that it created for me. It says, build a detailed quiz named Pick Your Kit. The purpose is to guide visitors through 3 to 5 multiple choice questions so they can discover whether the starter kit, build kit, or scale kit is their best fit. Entrepreneurs and coaches input 3 to 5 multiple choice questions. All the details are in here, okay? It says 3 to 5, but I'm extra. So I'm going to say anywhere between 5 to 10. I would prefer more. Inputs, we got 3 to 5 multiple choice. Outputs, starter kit, build kit, scale kit, and gradient constraints. Only include features that I can get from Canva AI. So now that I've put my prompt in here, I'm going to put enter. I did see a question, so before I hit enter, let me see what the question is, or comment. If you get a chance, can you put the link in the chat? We're still using the same link from yesterday. Did you have that one, or do you want me to put it back in there again? I can. I definitely can, but we're using the same PDF with the prompts from yesterday. So I'm going to hit enter, and then I'm also going to time it. I love timing it because I tell you these are 10-minute tiny tools in the sense that you create your first draft in under 10 minutes once you put the prompt in. You can keep tweaking it, and in under an hour have something solid, and then you can keep tweaking it from that. I mentioned to you guys one of my favorite builds. Took me about a week because I'm a perfectionist in a good way, if there's a way to be a perfectionist in a good way. I had 161 versions of that thing, but I got what I wanted. So, all right, it's 2:44. Let me hit enter and begin the build. Now it's starting to work its magic. You sit back, you relax. Depending upon what you ask, you could get a build in a minute. I asked for quite a bit, so it may take some time. But it generally doesn't take more than 4 to 5 minutes for the initial build. Any of you have used Canva AI in any way? Let me know. One of the things that we've been doing in my mastermind for at least 2-3 years now is using the text to image, so using Canva to create images by just describing the image and creating it. And then also using text in the Canva documents where, like ChatGPT, you can tell it what you want and it can write it in the docs. Just curious, those of you who have used Canva AI at all or not. It's 2:45, so it's been a minute. It's still writing and doing its thing. Usually I can see how many lines of code it is. I can't see it right now for some reason, but it is doing its thing. And voila, it's done. So pick your kit. Untap your profit potential with tiny tools. Your perfect kit is waiting. So it gave me 5 questions. I wanted somewhere between 5 to 10, but okay, I can tweak it. What best describes your current business stage? Getting started, ready to build, ready to scale. Okay, next question. What's your primary goal? Learn the basics, create my first tool, build premium offers. Learn the basics. What's your biggest challenge? Don't know where to start. Need tools and guidance. Scaling for higher revenue. How much time can you dedicate? 1 to 2. What type of support? Self-paced, guided experience, intensive. Self-paced for now. Awesome. Oh, so cute. I like that little icon. Starter kit. You're at the perfect starting point. Get your 10-minute tiny tool starter guide with the ideas, the prep prompts, and the foundation. Learn more. Get your kit or retake the quiz. This is like, there's very little that I want to probably change here. I can tell you that I definitely want this font to be a little bit smaller so that it doesn't compete with the header, but I'm very happy. I'm very happy with what I got. And then I can click the link, and then it'll take them to the page. Once they're finished the quiz, it is done. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. What do you guys think? Let me know. This is the first version. Now, I'll show you, those of you who are not familiar with this process or you've never done it before, I'm going to click Use in Design, and then I'm going to, now, you could do a lot of things. You could put it in a document or whiteboard. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't even use those features. Presentation, if like, let's say you're a speaker, you're a teacher, whatever, you want to present this interactive tool and use it with people and put it on a big screen, presentation mode. Like when I do presentations with you guys, I'm in presentation mode, right? Or if you want people to be able to use it, you want to give it to them as a freebie or charge for it, website. I'm going to go website. You don't have to do nothing here. No design, no nothing. Just go publish. Okay, publish. Now, if you do not have a free Canva name, it will ask you what you want to customize it as. Customize it. Like I said, I have several domains I have purchased. One of them is sistersense.site. And so I'm going to use that one, and I'm going to put PYK for pick your kit, PYK, or PYKit, PYKit. And you can click the Get a New Domain to purchase a domain through Canva or purchase it through your preferred company. And if you feel comfortable connecting it, you can connect an external link here. If you're not very techy, you can have somebody like me do it. If you don't want to do that, just pay for your domain inside of Canva. Then you can pick whatever domains you've purchased and you're off to the races. So I'm going to, so mine is sistersense.site, and then it's going to be /PYKit. I'm going to hit publish. It's going to do its thing. Creativity takes courage. It really does. It really does. It's done. So I'm going to copy the link, and I'm going to go over to Chrome. And I'm going to hit enter. Something about my Google Chrome is just acting funky today, and I don't want to reset. And I don't want to use Safari because I prefer to use Chrome. Okay, it's on the screen. Yay. Okay, and so that's it. If you guys want to use it, go to sistersense.site /PYKit so you can see it on the screen. Again, I'm not really reading anything right now. It's 5 questions, so I'm just going to go through them real quick. 5 actually was a good number, right? And then it takes them to the page to purchase. Many of you have seen this page. That's why you're here today. This training is for my clients who are in my 1-year program, but it's also for people who are buying the kits right now and need to know how to use these prompts and tools that I have built. So let me do a couple of things. Number 1, see if you guys have any questions. Number 2, go over to the lovely Matissa's build. Awesome. Matissa is Chef Tell. She's an expert in cooking. She's a personal chef. She is absolutely awesome. I've known Matissa for years. It's always fun to have local besties because at the end of the day, nobody understands you like your tribe, right? Like, you totally know the vibe when you try to explain some things you're geeked out, excited about to people who are not entrepreneurs and they don't get it. So it's so excited to have Natisha here hanging out with us this weekend. I love that you were able to create your interactive book, and I couldn't help it. I put it in a few minutes ago, but I'll definitely check in with you on that as well. Before I get there, now that we've done another build today, again, I'm going to ask you guys if you want to learn how to do assessments. Number one, if you do, you can use the builder, right? But if you want me to create a special prompt for those of you who don't have the builder, I can give you one, and time permitting, once we're done with everything we do today, you can do that with me, okay? So let me know. I'm asking again if you guys want me to do an assessment prompt. So if you want to create an assessment today outside of creating an interactive book, you can do that with me as well. So just checking the chat to see what you guys say overall. I love it. So wait, is Canva the host? Yes, you are correct. Canva is the host. It is hosted on Canva. Love me some LaShonda. She rocks. Awesome. I feel like you were probably at one of my She Rocks the Web trainings. You and I have been in Ride or Die for so long. That looks so good. Thank you. That is absolutely amazing. I know, right? One of my clients, I'm going to tell you, Donia, she lives in the UK, and she is the creator of Amazing Parent Gems. She's one of the lovely ladies in my insider circle. So I built her website because she specializes in helping parents take their kids through the educational journey in the UK, from, I'm going to say elementary because I'm American, but it's like primary and levels and A levels. I don't know. It's a whole other system. But I've been working with I want to say Adonia, but not Adonia is another client. I've been working with Donia for several years now. I helped her build out her website, and yeah, something is going on with my my Chrome. I'm not starting over. Let me put her website here. Accept all, because it's like taking forever to load. It could be my internet connection if they're doing some work or something in the area. Yeah, because it's coming up here, but it's coming up kind of slow. I think my internet is doing its own thing. But anyway, let me show you the interactive app that Donia worked on this week, because I did a training this week as well. What was hers? What was her? Man. I'm trying to remember what her Canvas site is. Okay, this is it. There we go. So she created this interactive 11 plus. 11 plus, I believe, is an academic level in the UK. Yeah, right? Our boys were young now, and they're driving. Your son is driving as well, I'm assuming. Yep, they're at that age. Can you believe Christopher got a ticket this week? Literally, school just started, and his behind is speeding to Washington. And I said, do not speed. It is 60, no more than 67, and this boy is doing 76. So he got a ticket. But whatever, bless God, lawyer's going to take care of it. But, yeah. Anyway, this is an interactive quiz that Donia worked on when we did interactive ebooks and apps this week. And I love to show you guys what the ladies are working on. Let me see, Tutor Gold. So I'm so excited to have Ophelia here in the virtual building, because it was a couple of years since we've worked together, and I had the opportunity to reconnect with her. She said, LaShonda, it's time. It's time for a new website. So
Yeah,
Ophelia's
absolutely.
website. Yeah. I absolutely love working with you. And it was so much fun helping her build this one. And I talk about it because there's so many women with overlapping areas of expertise. And so Donia works with parents, but she really works closely with the children to make sure that their academics are where they need to be, so they're successfully going from one level to the next, right? Slightly different from what you're doing with Tutor Go in the tutoring space, but thinking about how you can create learning applications that are interactive for your students is definitely something that you can do with the AI tools that we're working on. So I think information-based activities for whatever target audience your field is, right? And obviously, Matissa, you being a chef, completely different industry. Lavon, Elizabeth, self-care, Tasha, finances, me, how to make money in the digital space. It doesn't really matter what your industry is. You can create interactive experiences for your audience. Now, what's great about looking at, I talk about the fact that there are 10 types of tools, right? If you don't know what type to start with, yesterday I said start with the ABCs, either an assessment quiz, a book, or a calculator. One of those is a good place to start. I love books because you can put your information in a book, especially if you have a particular process or framework that you want people to go through. But what I wanted to also show you is that quizzes, number one, you can create a quiz on pretty much anything, but you can create a quiz and connect it to your book. You can create a quiz where you're actually helping people identify which offer within your package, your offer suite, is the right quiz for them. And if you don't know what quiz to create, that's okay. Because if you go through the builder, the Tiny Tools builder, just talk to it and it will help you figure out what's the best option for you. So I've created individual prompts and applications and tools too that are going to help you through the whole process of working on your tools, okay? So let me take a look at Matissa's, but again, as I go through this training, if you have any questions for me, definitely feel free to check in. And once we take a break, I'll make sure that whatever's going on with your homepage, I figure that out so you guys can get the right homepage to access your builder, those of you who got the kits this weekend. You've been fussing with them about speeding? Yeah, I don't know what it is about these teenage boys. That's why they cost so damn much. I said, boy, you got my insurance to $500 a month. Putting you on, now that he's 18, putting you on my insurance. He has no reason to speed. He gets to school early where he has to sit there and wait because the door isn't open yet. But he believes that 75, he's fine. Well, he found out this week that that's not the case. But anywho, leaning into, I see that you created a slide menu, which is awesome, a table of contents, safe kitchens, happy customers, certified serve chef and instructor, and culinary educator. Awesome. I love it. Now, I'm just curious if I can click the link at the bottom. I cannot. So you may want to tell it, hey, can we make that link clickable? And tell it where. You got to be specific. Otherwise, it won't know. If you are not used to being specific, when you give it instructions to tweak, do you understand what I need you to do? Do you have any questions for me? Talk to it like you would talk to somebody who's helping you, like you would talk to an assistant, a VA, okay? It's funny because it's like it grows on me. I'm going to tell you, the sidebar grows on me. However, when I looked at it, I said, is this a glitch? Because I can kind of see some of it, but not all of it, right? And I was like, should it just say menu and then you don't see it at all? But it kind of grows on me. However, I don't like that the drop-down menu is covering the sidebar. I would probably say, can we move this menu to the right side so that it doesn't cover the table of contents when it's open? Or can we, what else can we do? It could even probably put menu here so that it's in the sidebar but not overlapping it. It's not a technical issue because it works, obviously, but it's just a UI visual issue for me. Now, that's because I'm kind of extra when it comes to doing these things. If you happy, good. If you
LaShonda,
happy,
I think
yes,
that link at the top, instead of it having /1, it's supposed to be /V, as in Victor 1.
yeah.
But I did notice that with it not moving. But I think I typed in the wrong thing. It's supposed to be /V1.
Gotcha. For version 1. No problem. And you know what? The thing about it is it's fine because you can just go in there and republish it and fix it and you're good to go. But yeah. Did you out of the gates give it these specifications as far as adding a sidebar, or did you tweak it? How many versions do you have so far?
So far, I have like 7 different versions. So somewhere in there, I
Okay.
think I asked for that.
Yeah.
When I asked her to do the interactive pieces at the bottom of each one of them pages, somewhere in there, one of the versions.
Gotcha. So I love the design. So okay, introduction, quick knowledge check. What is the cause of restaurant closures related to food safety, equipment failure, foodborne illnesses, staff shortages, high food costs of food are high? Ooh, okay, not quite right. Try again. Sorry. Let's see, foodborne allergens. Me and Christopher, whoo, did we get sick off of some bad Chinese food? Not quite right. Okay, let me stop going off of emotion. Staff shortages. Okay, one of these is the right one. Equipment. What did I do? What is the number one?
It's a foodborne illness outbreak.
The correct answer helps to ensure safety in your customer journey. Okay, so I clicked on, is it that I need to try again? Because I clicked on food outbreaks and it says not quite right.
That's something I need to look at. Then I need to run a test to make sure it's clicking the right answers.
Right. So let me go back previous and let me refresh. So let's see if I get, no, okay. So it's still, because technically I haven't refreshed the screen, so it's still like pulling the old stuff. Let me actually refresh all the way and hit next. Now now that I know the right one, let's click the right one. Correct. So here's something to think about. Okay, so if I give it the correct answer, automatically I'm good. But if I give it the wrong answer and I try to correct myself, it still says not quite right and it's not resetting. That's a bug. How do we fix it? Can you fix it, right? Now, here's the thing about it. The amazingness is that it builds in minutes. The challenge is that it builds in minutes. So you'll find yourself inclined to go, okay, I'm done. Or I'm close to done. And it almost feels hard to test, but you have to. Read the content. Anything that you do, when you go to Canva or when you go to ChatGPT, you're going to see messages like, let me show it to you real quick. And I've actually infused these messages that I'm about to show you. I've infused them into my content with you because it's an important reminder. Look at the bottom right here. Tiny, but it's there. Canva AI can make mistakes. Please check for accuracy. Now, the funny thing is, when we're doing it ourselves, hardcore, we'll take damn near 5 months to do it right? But do it in 5 minutes, it's like, oh, it did it good. I don't need to take a look. Take a look at it. Take that time. That's where the refine process comes in. You refine it, you tweak it, you test it. Now, when other people are using it, they may say, hey, I don't know, something's not quite working. You could also say, 1 or 2 people, tell your hubby, tell your kid, whoever, can you just test this out for me? If you find it kind of hard for you to patiently go through all the logistics, ask somebody else to test it, and with their eyes, give you some insight, right? So let's just keep going. Love the interactiveness of it, right? You added a little quiz in there. So you can see that's the difference between just doing a traditional book and an interactive book. Checklists, quizzes, and more. Progress bars. You can keep going, right? Cleaning and sanitizing. Daily checklist. Sanitize. Change cutting boards. Test Awesome. I love this. I think this is really great. And so you've done 7 versions so far. Love it. Um, Preventing cross-contamination. So you've got some really good chapters here. So you did the prompt, the interactive book prompt. How much of this do you know is what the prompt gave you or you put afterwards? Just curious.
More of it is what it gave me, but then I'm like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
it lines up, it's correct. And then a few of them I added. So I would say more of it was the prompt. And just because I use chat a lot, I think it kind of scanned some of the stuff I've already done and kind of stuck
Gotcha.
it in there. But yeah, most of it was the prompt, and then a small portion of it was me adding some extra things.
And do you have any particular questions about tweaking it? Do you feel comfortable tweaking it at this point?
I think I'm gonna go back. I may have another question or two, but I'm gonna go back and have it prompt where if the person does the wrong answer, then instead of saying not quite, how can it clear it, and then just have them try again. I guess figuring out how to stick that in there for the next version.
Gotcha. And just ask it and say, hey, it's not correctly resetting if they try within that moment. If they refresh the whole page, it will work. But they got to get it right the first try. If they don't, it's not, there's a bug. Can you find the bug? Can you fix it? Now,
Okay.
I'm looking at the end, and it says, ready to take your food safety knowledge to the next level. Book a session. But how do I book?
That part's not open yet. I gotta figure out that piece because it would need to
Okay,
be.
so are you going to build another page, or is the
Yeah.
page ready? Okay,
It's
so
not
you have,
ready yet.
gotcha. Gotcha. All right, no problem. Now, 2 things. You can either just have a basic schedule or whatever platform you use and link here, or you can build a sales page here and then link that. Now, you cannot create the interactivity of them actually scheduling a call, but if you wanted to build out a sales page, you could. Hold on, my mini-me is calling
I
me.
like the sales page.
Awesome. 1 second, the mini-me is calling me. Okay, I got to order dinner. It's Sunday, so the many things I must do. But outside of that, it looks really good. You can, which is a whole other thing. Let me say this, because I did just say to you guys, you can use the platforms to help you with building website pages, right? I am core web designer. I've been building websites for many, many years now, right? And so that's what I do, building from scratch, all the things. Now, the Tiny Tools page, believe it or not, this was built not in Canva, but there's another platform that helps me build more advanced things. And we'll go into that. I resist talking about it at all in this training because my overzealous people will get overwhelmed with too many options. I like starting with Canva because everybody has Canva. But anyway, I did not build this from scratch, but I built it using AI, telling it what I wanted, and I'm still tweaking it. I've got some cool things in here, like my testimonial slider, but also just my personal success stories outside of client stories. I have example apps that I put in here. I'm still tweaking it. I had little calculators that I put in here, and I just told the AI what I wanted. This is based on my 10-10 method of understanding that you can focus on creating $10 offers, $100 offers, and also creating, I can't slide it back to 100. It is what it is, 1,000. So 10, 10, scaling in increments of 10, creating offers at every price point. But calculators in here. I feel like I have a little quiz in here. Oh, I have a little checkbox thing that I think is absolutely cute. So where is it? Because there's a lot of stuff in here. I have a countdown timer here. And I basically told it all the things I wanted to add. Yeah, there's the countdown timer. That's when the 6-week intensive starts. Where's the little thingy that I did? You know when you're scrolling too fast and you can't see something that's literally right there? There we go. It's subtle, but if somebody actually clicks all of these, they get a little pop-up message that comes up as well. And I'm going to do some more interactive things on this page. But that's just to say, web apps, you can do landing pages, sales pages. Now, what I normally do, right, is let me show you one of my traditional sales pages. DP. Just to kind of put it in context. So obviously I build full-blown websites, right? But when it comes to sales pages, Matissa, I oftentimes use Samcart. It's my primary platform for putting up my sales pages. And again, apologies, y'all, because my internet is lagging. These pages are taking a few minutes to load. But I've built these from scratch in Samcart. Like, I designed my images, I put the content in, all the things, right? And I'm still going to continue using these designs because I built them and I like them, so I will continue to kind of rinse and repeat and do more of these designs into the future. But at the same time, I can just as easily build other pages 100% with AI and include interactivity as well. So, and I even told AI, I need you to make a graphic for me, put it in the middle. And it did that. So I say that to say, in this case, as opposed to building out a full-blown sales page, right, and that sales page has payment options, which is what I normally do, I used AI to build my sales page. Now my hubby's calling me. Hold on. Can you guys hear me? The hubby's calling me. The kid is calling. Everybody's calling me. Like, order some food. We're hungry. Can you guys hear me? Just want to make sure.
Yeah, no, we can hear you, but unfortunately, LaShonda, I have to go, but is there a way I can have access to the rest of this?
Yeah, you do. You get it. You get the replays. You're good to go.
Oh, thank God. Okay, thank you so much. It's been wonderful meeting all of you amazing women. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Did you get your prompts done at the very least?
I did. I just didn't finish it out, but I'm so excited to go in later and put it into the Canva AI. I can't even tell you how excited I am to like have this. You have
I don't know if you scheduled it, but
how
like
great this has been.
About coming out next weekend or doing the 6-week check-in, and we'll talk more about that because there's so much more to learn. But you definitely get the replays from this weekend.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, I might be on that 6 weeks, so you might see me again. So thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
You're so very welcome.
Bye.
All righty. Take care. Bye. So, yes. So as opposed to building out the sales page and the purchase page all in one, let me click purchase. I made a very simple purchase page in Samcart. Like, I don't have to do detailed pages in Samcart anymore. I can have the AI build the detailed sales page for me and just human talk to it and tell it what I want, and then make a very simple purchase page where people check out. Because the AI page, I can't put all of this stuff, you know, where they can actually put their credit card information and pay me. But now I don't have to build out pages in Samcart, or I have ThriveCart. I have a whole bunch of stuff, but I can just build out the AI ones. Okay, so I'm so loving that you guys are enjoying the training so far. I know that it's Sunday, so there's a lot for y'all to do. But we went through this part, and we went through some tweaking and adjustments as well. Make sure that you test so that you can work on getting this thing to where you want it to be. I'm going to go into my chat and do 1 or 2 tweaks, and then I'm going to move forward into showing you how to actually sell it. I mean, literally, it's so stinking easy. That's, to me, the easy part. Putting it together so that you can sell it. But let me just do a quick tweak. So we come back to the home page. We go to Canva AI. Then we go to Code for Me. Then we go back to the chat so you can see your recent chats. I'm going to go to the one that I created, right? Pick your kit. I don't want to tweak this one. Honestly, I really don't. This one. This one looks exactly the same as the other one. Okay. I'm trying to think fast. We did tweaking yesterday, so I'm not going to overkill tweak. Unless you have specific questions, ask. But those who missed tweaking, we did a little bit of tweaking today, and we did a lot of it yesterday. But if you want specifics, let me know. I may even, and I'll send out an email, I may even do a follow-up to this 2-day and maybe make it a 3-day. Because I want to do assessments today, but I feel like because it's Sunday and there's a lot going on, it may be a stretch to do extra work with you guys. So I may schedule out a follow-up one day. Let me know how that sounds, okay? Just so that I want to do the assessment prompt with you guys, but I don't want you to have you on here because my hubby's calling me and my kid is calling me, and I know as a mommy I got a bunch of stuff to do, so I can imagine that's the same for you guys too. So check in on that. Let's move forward with the slides. Let me do a quick power pause, and then we will move forward from here. All righty. So Ophelia had said, I absolutely love the colors of Matissa's book. I know, it's such a beautiful blend. And I love that while even at the smallest prompt you give it, right? You can go in there and give it, keep tweaking it and give it your branding. So we did refine and shine your design, sharing examples, improving the content. I did talk about yesterday adding images and icons. So we did a little bit more tweaking than today. However, if you have any specific questions, let me know, number one. Number two, if you want me to do a follow-up bonus to this 2-day Build-A-Thon to extend it and then do assessments that day, let me know that. So set up for sales is where you are able to sell this thing, right? And you're able to create a sales page and or a landing page and use the ConvertKit platform. Okay, so we're going to do that now, and let's see which of my offers I am going to use. I think I'm going to do the matchmaker quiz or the ebook. Well, the matchmaker quiz was a freebie, and then the ebook was the paid offer. So let's do both of those. Let's go and find the name of the ebook because I can't remember what it was. Oh, I just realized I wasn't recording, so there's that. LOL. So I just grabbed, we're going to do 2 versions. We're going to do a paid offer and a free offer. I grabbed a screenshot of the paid offer, which is my ebook, and I'm going to put my stuff together so that I can sell it. Let me also get a screenshot of my free offer. Okay, I'm going to do a landing page for the freebie and a sales page for the paid offer. Okay, normally I would use one of my templates, but you guys don't have them. So, well, some of you do, some of you don't. But anyway, let's do a custom design, or actually I don't need to do a custom design. Let me do letter size. I want to do a letter size portrait. Okay, so let me show you how to very quickly build a cute PDF that you give people when they sign up to your offer, when they purchase your paid offer. So first I'm going to go and get a rectangle. And it may seem odd, but you'll see where I'm going with this soon enough. I'll change it to my brand purple. Then I'm going to go and look for a laptop. A mock-up laptop. Oh my goodness, they're calling me again. Hold on, y'all. I'm so sorry. Okay, so this whole somebody pick something up for us to eat situation is kicking everybody's behind. And that's the power of being a mother. Because if you don't take care of it, everybody needs to ask you like 1,000 questions to just order some food and make it simple. But anyway, I digress. So I put in a laptop frame. I don't know if you guys are familiar with frames or mock-ups, but I'm not going to do anything crazy. I'm going to keep this simple. But I do want to create something clean and fun. So I'm going to go to uploads, and I'm going to upload the screenshot images that I just created. Okay? Then I'm going to put it right in here. Right here. And then let me grab the name of this thing. I don't want to write or type, so I'm just going to copy it. And then come here and put it in here. And change the font and change the color. And maybe put download right here. And then make that bigger. So I'm just showing you with a few elements how I might create a simple download document. Like I said, I have many of these. If you guys like this template and you want me to put it with the replays, just say yes, and I will. I'll give you this as a template if you want. So I'm basically just creating a document where they can download this. And so I'm going to make a button. and it's going to say click here to download, and I think I'm going to make that blue. And this is going to say click here to download now. And maybe make this bigger. Overall, you make this a little smaller. Make it bold. And that's it. Let me make sure everything is centered. And I'm just going to say, let me go to ChatGPT because I don't feel like typing right now. I just want to do a regular chat. Okay, I need your help real quick. It's called the AI side hustle that nobody's talking about, right? So I just want a little thing for the download that says, thank you for your recent purchase. Follow the link below to click and download your document. If you need support or have questions, please email LaShonda Henry and then have my email. Just write something for me, please. I don't feel like typing. So just let them know I'm so excited about their recent purchase. I can't wait for them to review it. If they need additional support, I'd love to know what they thought about it. All the things. And then side note, I need to put a copyright at the bottom of this document. Give me that too. Like just copyright, Sister Sense, my name, plus my website URL. This way I can just grab this and copy it and not have to write all of this, but I'm going to put it in the document. And then if I give you guys this as a template, you can just use the template. So can you give me the thank you message in one paragraph, no breaks? Okay, let me grab the footer real quick. All right, that's awesome enough. And let me just put these together so I don't have to go back and forth. So let's put the footer in here. I love split screen. Just makes it easier for me to go back and forth without struggling. All right, so I've got my copyright done for the footer. I'm going to put that here. then make sure that it is centered. And then I got my, I don't know what to call this, my welcome message. Put that in here as well. Make sure that it is centered. And make it maybe 14 font is good. Maybe 13. So let's read the let's read the welcome message. Thank you so much for your recent purchase of the AI side hustle nobody's talking about. I'm so excited for you to dive in, and I can't wait to hear your thoughts. Click the link below to download your document and or download your, because it's not a document, to click the link below to access your interactive ebook and save the page for and bookmark page for convenience. Convenience. I don't think I spelled that right. If you need support or have any questions, please reach out. LaShonda Henry at support@sistasense.com. Period. I'd also love to know your favorite takeaways or what you plan to implement first. Okay, that works. And is it centered? Position centered? Yes. So you guys are going to get a bonus, but you got to remind me to send this to you, okay? Because otherwise I'm going to forget. So those of you who are here, if anyone literally right now wants to send me an email and say, LaShonda, remember you said you were going to make it a template and put it with the replays? Can you do that? I'll do that. Because I didn't check in about the build kit, but I need to do that as well. We didn't do the break I thought we were going to do, but I want to make sure that we do what you need to do in the interest of time. So I'm going to try to stay focused. So click here to access ebook, the AI side hustle no one is talking about. Click here to create your own ebook app, or click here to create an ebook app. So interestingly enough, the whole concept of this ebook is about AI and how you can develop interactive content, an interactive ebook being one of them. So the book does go to the upsell. I'm pretty sure it does. Yes, it does. Get the Tiny Tools Toolkit. So I always say when you have their attention, strategically mention the next thing, right? So I want them to be able to, the next thing, which is ultimately buy my Tiny Tools Kit. But the main thing is to get what they paid for, which is this ebook. So I want to be able to give them the link to it. So what do they do? And I'll show you that in a second. It literally only takes a few minutes to do this. This is this might take a few minutes if you want to recreate this, but the reality is I'm going to give you a template. I'm going to give you this as a template. So all you got to do is come in here, change the title, and change the links, but you don't even have to do this part because I basically built you a template. You're welcome. Right? Then outside of reading the ebook, if they want to create ebooks using my resources, they can, right? So this gives them an opportunity to get what they paid for. Oh, let me make this a link as well. I'm going to click the three dots, make it a link, put the link in here for the ebook. So the three things they can do: get the ebook, email me, upgrade to the next thing. When you have their attention, intentionally mention the next offer, number one. Number two, they can either click the image or they can click this link. I don't like the underlines, so I'm just going to take away the underline. And my PDF is done. So now I'm going to download it. So what's going to happen is when people pay, they are going to get this PDF with the information they need for their purchase. So I'm going to click the drop-down menu. I don't want a PNG. I want a PDF, and download it. So you will use this template, or you will create your own if you already have, and make a PDF that gives people the link to your web app. Okay? You don't have to do this process if you're going to give it away for free. I'll show you that in a second. Okay? But let me create something for the free version. What am I going to create for the free version? Home. This is Canva. Convert kits. Do I have anything that says convert kit? Product picture. All right. I don't need this one. It's kind of big. I'll give you guys the template for this one as well. Make a copy. File. I'll leave it this size. Let's go look for a picture. African woman smiling, looking, pointing down. They've got people pointing up. Let's try her. Not exactly what I want, but I can take forever looking for the perfect picture, so I'm going to try to avoid doing that. I really am. Okay, let me use her. Only because she's in purple. Set image as background. Let me use her instead. And then this isn't perfect, but I'm going to try to resist trying to be perfect, because if I do that, we're going to be on here for a while. Okay, I think that's better for me. Elements, background, white swirls. Those two graphics. Is this white? I don't even see that. Oh. And none of these are what I want. Abstract, swirls, background. I'm not getting what I want. Isn't perfect, but it's a background. I just wanted something to put behind her. All right, so you will understand what I'm doing with these in a second once I go to actually set up the landing pages. But I'm going to create these. Oh, let me do the other one. And then I'll show you what I'm doing with them. And like I said, you will get these as templates if you want to use mine. You will have these. So let me download these. And then we'll do setup and sales, build. And then we'll have one final session. So we should be, if all goes well, done within the next 30 minutes. And if you need any additional support after that, feel free to let me know. All right, let's set this bad boy up. All right, so when it comes to building your apps, there are multiple platforms you can use. I taught you how to focus on using Canva and ChatGPT, okay? That's number one. Number two, when it comes to either building your list, giving something away for free, there are multiple platforms you can use. I personally like to use Kit, which used to be called ConvertKit. That is number two. So we are going to be using ConvertKit. If you have it, great. If you want to try it out through me, you can always go over to sistersense.com/kit. Okay, just if you were interested in signing up and trying out the platform through me, sistersense.com/kit. So with that being said, now what I am going to do is show you in the next couple of minutes how you can create a page to either give away your free offer or sell it. And if you have questions, feel free to let me know. I also will say you don't have to use my platforms. If you have platforms you prefer to use, you can just integrate these strategies into what you've already got working for you. So I'm going to scroll on through. There are lots of different, There are lots of different landing page designs. I have several I really like. One of them is Cypress. So I'm going to use this one and hit choose. And I'm going to keep this simple. So you can either use a stock photo, you have one of your own, or you can upload something. As you saw, I just created something in Canva. I will give you the template so that if you want to use my design, you can. So I'm going to click on replace. You can use Unsplash, which is pretty cool. I could go to Unsplash and I could look for an image. I can say African woman smiling and see if Unsplash has a photo that I like. And they've got lots of pretty ones. If I wanted to just kind of pick one. I want something more on brand. So let's say African woman laptop. It has different options, newest and then relevance. Let me do relevance. Ooh, she's pretty. So if I wanted to, she's really pretty. If I wanted to use a stock photo from Unsplash, I could pull one of theirs, or I could use a stock photo I found somewhere else or create a graphic. I created a graphic, so let's go grab the graphic that I created and put that in there. Okay, so this is my little matchmaker. You see it, my little quiz, right? So then I'm going to say download. Download. Let me ask ChatGPT to help me. Okay, great. So I need two things. I don't know if you remember, but I created the Tiny Tools app matchmaker. It's a quiz, and they can discover the perfect tiny tool for them when they take the quick quiz, and it's free. I'm building the landing page as part of my Build-A-Thon, and I'm doing it real time. Can you help me create a short description of the Matchmaker app and let them know they can download it now for free? And then also let them know that they'll get a surprise bonus gift with their download. Then also give me another set of copy for the AI side hustle that nobody's talking about. I don't know if you even remember the content of the book. I can give you a short description if you need it, but can you pull together a little description I can put on the sales page? Thanks. I don't feel like writing, and I'm trying to get you out of here in 30 minutes. So I'm going to see what good ChatGPT can give to me. All right. Discover your perfect tiny tool in minutes. Yes. So now I'm going to just grab that copy and put that in here. I would obviously read it in more detail, but in the interest of time, I'm going to just leave it like that. Now, by default, it only wants the people's email. I like to personalize my emails and put their names in. So I'm going to hit the plus button, and even though I'm hitting it, nothing is happening. I don't know. There's probably a lag. And then it's going to show like 12 things. I want to also change colors as well. Because why? Because my internet is doing its thing. I wonder if we have something going on with the internet. Let's change the background color. Let's hit save. I'm trying to, let me change the button as well. Let's change the button. Download or access quiz now. And I want to, okay, there we go. That button wasn't working for me. I want to add the first name field. I want to turn on required. See that it says required? I want to turn it on so they have to put their name in there. I want to move first name above email. So I did all of those things. What else do I want to do? I want to go to settings. I want to, what is this called? The matchmaker. So I'm going to call this matchmaker. I'm going to give it a unique URL. You can use, notice how I branded it. So notice how on Canva I branded sistersense.canva. On Kit I branded sistersense.kit. I like to keep my domain name brandings consistent. So I'm going to give it a domain name, number 1. Then incentives. I like to turn this off. I don't like to keep that on. I don't like double opt-ins. I won't go into it. Just not a fan. Then I'm going to hit save. So I like to customize it with my brand colors, make sure that I get the first name, turn off double opt-in, customize the domain. You can watch the replay. I do it in like 10 seconds because I do it a lot. Change the name of this to the Tiny Tools Matchmaker so that when I'm looking for it, I know where to find it. Then also, let's go to settings. Let's go to advanced. No, not advanced, SEO. So I can put the title in there, and then I can grab my description and put that in there as well. And where am I? No, not Canva. Okay, put my description in here as well. And then I'll say free resource for entrepreneurs, because I can't spell. I did it wrong. Entrepreneurs. Still can't spell. Come on, help me out here. Entrepreneurs created by LaShonda Henry. This is just for search engine optimizations, Google search, etc. So then I'm going to hit save. So I got my page details in there. Now I'm going to do the last 2 things and my landing page will be done. Okay, what are the last 2 things, LaShonda? I'm going to show you how you can give them what they asked, what they signed up for. Let me get the link. So remember, you built your quiz. You got a domain name. Let me go grab that real quick. So there's 2 ways I can give them the quiz they just signed up for. Let me show you the first way. First way is I go settings, then I go to general. The default is they get a little message when they put their name and email in. It says, oh, thank you, success. Check your inbox to confirm. I don't want to do confirmation, so I turned that off. When you saw me turn off incentives, that was turning off double opt-in. I'm not doing that. The other option is to redirect them. I could just put in the link to the matchmaker. What does that mean, redirect? They put in their name, they put in their email, and like magic, they get redirected to the quiz. That's it. The simplest solution possible. Absolutely simple solution. Another option is to create a thank you page. How do you do that? Well, click add page. Now you have a thank you page. That's it. Let's customize it. I'm going to put the same picture here. Right? And on the thank you page, thank you for signing up. Let's get you started. Simply follow the links below. I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to say access matchmaker access free gift. Create your own custom quiz apps, ebooks, and more. So I'm going to give them the link to the matchmaker. I could make buttons. I don't feel like doing that right now. How would I make a button? Click the plus option, scroll down, create button. I'm not doing that. I'm just creating very simple links. So I'm going to highlight it and add the link to the matchmaker. So when they sign up, they go to the thank you page, they're going to get that. What else do I want to give them? Well, I created some awesome books. Did I not? I created one of the books that I created is called The Digital Products Revolution. It's a free ebook, also intended to get them excited about signing up to my program. I'll give them that as a surprise bonus gift. Why not? Another lead magnet. Then outside of that, I want them to actually sign up and purchase my kit, so give them that link too. Create your own custom quiz. Okay, I don't know why that link isn't working. It doesn't want to work for me, guys. Try to click it again. I don't know why it's not letting me click anymore. Let me try this click here. I'm just going to put the URL for now because I'm tired. And when technology doesn't want to work with me, I give it a break and I give myself a break. So I'm just going to put that whole link in there just like that. And then I'll say, I can't wait for you to take the quiz. Feel free to share your results with me or check in if you have questions by emailing LaShonda Henry, support at sistersense.com. And that's it. Now, I do have to do something else, and I'll tell you what that thing is. I got to go to settings. And if I've lost you at all, let me know. If you have questions about anything that I have done, let me know. Because I'm here for you guys. I will be wrapping up within the next 30 minutes. But if anything I did doesn't make sense to you and you need clarity, ask me. Now, I like to periodically save. And because my internet on Chrome is acting funny, I don't know what's going on. I'm going to copy this and put it somewhere else. So just in case it didn't save it, I don't have to completely rewrite it. Because why repeat work? I have a feeling it didn't save because I'm pushing the button and nothing's happening. So let me refresh because I might have to do that and see what is here. So this stuff is still here, and that's great. Is the thank you page customized? It is not. I had a feeling. So thank God for going through glitches like this enough to know, copy what you created so you don't have to build from scratch. Save and publish. Now it's saved. I knew it was glitching. Now, remember, I said one option is redirect them to immediately what they got signed up for. So I'm redirecting them to the quiz. The other option now that I created a thank you page is instead redirect them to the thank you page. That's what I want to do. So I'm going to save and publish. Now, I could go deeper. I can show you how to send them a welcome email. I can show you how to automate, send them a series of emails. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that with this training, okay? I do have another training. If you want to see that as a follow-up to this, let me know, and I'll put it with the replays. But in the interest of time, I'm going to stop here with this one. Now I'm going to show you how to sell the other one. But let me publish and show you what it looks like on the screen. So how do you get your link? Because you probably go, LaShonda, published, where's the link? So normally the link would come up when I hit save, but it's not doing it. So let me go to settings, let me go to domain, and the link is there, so I can copy it from here. That's the link that I created. And let me open it on the screen. I love how whenever I come here, I get distracted because it's always giving me random stuff to look at. This classic hair trend is coming back. Is it? I'll read that later. I do sit and do random things, like read these things. Do you guys see this stuff, this random stuff that comes up when you open up Google? I saved a couple of those to read them later. What was it? sistersense.kit.com/matchmaker. There you go. That's my quiz. So what should happen is they get on the list. Now, I could show you how to tag them, segment them, and like I said, I'm not going to go overly complicated, but I'm going to do the fundamentals. So if I put in, I always say be the first person on your list, test it. So what's supposed to happen now is I put in my name, I put in my email, and I can access the quiz. Took me to the thank you page. So what's supposed to happen now is I can click any of these links. If I click Access Matchmaker, takes me to the quiz. If I click Access Free Gift, takes me to the interactive ebook. If I click Purchase Tiny Tools, takes me to the sales page. Be the first person on that list. Subscribe to it. Test it. Have other people test it. Don't just assume that you did it right, all right? Because things break, and we're human. We make mistakes. So that is the first thing, the quiz. I made a landing page. If you have questions, ask. If you're on information overload, bless God, that's what replays are for. You can go back and slowly get on track. If you need extra support, sign up to Clarity Calls with me, work with me in the community. I can help you get better at mastering these skills. All right, what if I want to sell a product? What we just did was on the Grow landing page. So I went to landing page. I created a landing page so that I could give the quiz away for free. What I'm going to do now is earn products, create a new product. Now, I'm not doing certain steps. When you get in here, if you've never used products before, you have to connect it to Stripe. I already did that, but you have to do it. Not doing that. I'm just jumping right in because the preliminary steps of making sure that when people pay, I get paid, I already did. So you got to connect it to Stripe so that you can get paid. Just letting you know, those of you who don't have Kit, I'm going into the step after that, which is start to create products. So I'm going to give it a product name, and I'm going to say, what is it called? in here somewhere. Okay, there it goes. So I'm going to grab that name, put it in here. Is it a subscription or a product payment? It's a product. Can they pay what they want? Do you want to build a payment plan? No, one price. Now, I don't care if you want to sell it for $7, put $27. I don't care if you want to sell it for $50, put $100. Put a higher value, and I'll explain to you why. When it comes to ebooks, my standard is $27. Okay, depending upon if I want to sell it for even more, but digital, $27. I'm going to hit next. It's a download. Is it a download? It is. Well, here's the thing. The ebook itself is not a traditional ebook. It's a website, right? But there's nowhere to put a link in here. So you've got to give them a download. That's why I made that PDF document, right? So let me show you that PDF that I made, just so that you remember for context. Remember, I made a PDF, this, right? And it has buttons. So if you click this button, what's going to happen? It's going to take them to the actual link to read the book, right? So the purpose of you making sure, and is it a load thing? What's going on, baby? Yes, it's a load thing. Let me double check that link again because I know it works. It just took a second to load. Okay, just want to make sure it loads. Okay, what about the second link? Does that one load? Test your stuff, because you don't test, things are broken, and you don't know. So I can't just give them the link in this case. I have to give them a document. It's not a traditional PDF. So I made a document, and like I said, I'm going to give you this as a Canva template. So as a template, all you got to do is change the colors, put your name of thing in here. You could take a screenshot of your website, drop that in here, change the thing, put your links in, main link and an extra link, or just one main link. It's up to you. I put my URL in here. Would that work? Yep, that works too. They want to go to my main website, they can. Okay, test your links. So, okay. So it's a digital product. It's not a newsletter. It's not a service or something else. Let me upload that file. That's what they get. They pay the $27. They get the PDF. They click it. They get what they paid for. Okay? Then I hit next. Now, I have several domains in here. One of them is LaShondaHenry.com. I don't want to use that one. I want to use SisterSense.kit. And this is a long domain. I think I'm going to make it shorter. Just AI side hustle. Make it shorter. So it's clean. Create product page. Just like the other one, image, description, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. So let me upload the image that I made. And again, you guys got the template, so you're welcome. Just remind me and I'll make sure to put it in there, right? That's the template. Now it's pretty long. I could make it shorter. Let me see. Fill, fit, none. Let me just fill. I can make it. I'll probably come back in and make it shorter because I don't think I need this much on the side, but I may or may not. Let me come back to it. Let's go to general settings. Let's change the background color. Now, you can put your default colors, which I did, which makes my life easier because I don't have to worry about finding my color. And I did ask ChatGPT to help me with a description. And I'm going to use that. I didn't read it, obviously, in the interest of time. Read yours. I didn't necessarily read mine. And get now. I'm going to tweak this ever so slightly. I prefer to use my blue, and I don't like the border that round. I'm going to change the border to 15, so it's not as round. I'll come back and either make this shorter or this longer so there's not too much random empty space at the bottom. But other than that, I'm done. So I told you it takes a couple of minutes. Once you have all your pieces set up, let's hit publish, and let's copy it so you guys can see it. Somebody pays, I get the money through Stripe. They get a receipt, and their receipt, they get their PDF. Now, like I said, because I made this kind of long, there's extra space here, so either I can add more text to the side, but I'll probably just go into Canva and cut off the bottom to make it a little bit shorter. But I do like that she's purple because she matches with my branding. So my little impromptu graphic didn't come out too bad. I was looking for somebody to point, like maybe point down or something, but this actually worked out. So what else do I need to do? Okay, let's come here. Like I said before, if you have questions, let me know. There are many things that you can do. Somebody's calling me. Let me just, can I call you later? I'll send her a text message. My phone is blowing up today. Okay. All right, settings. A few more things that I want to show you. First thing I want to show you is discounts. What if I want people to get this interactive ebook and I want them to get it for $7? So let's create a discount. You can create as many as you want. I'm going to create a discount, and I am going to say they get $20 off. You can either do the dollars or you can do percent. I can say they get 50% off. You do whatever one you want. I'm going to do $20, okay? Now, if you want to set an expiration date, you can. That's new. They didn't have that before, but they added that recently because that wasn't there before. You can set a limitation. You can say the first 50 people get this discount, then it expires. Or you could just leave it at infinity, as many people want to use it as possible. You could do another discount. So let me do one where I've got a $20 off discount, and let me do another one where I do a 50% discount. You can do as many as you want, okay? And then I'm going to hit save. How do people get the discount? Well, let's do that. Let's hit publish. Then let's hit include a discount. I have two of them. Let's pick one. Let's pick the $20 one. And then let's hit copy. This thing here, link directly to checkout, that's new. I won't use that. I just want to use a discount. So this is what it looks like by default. Now let's see what it looks like with the link that has the discount code in the link. How cool is that? Now it's a $7, right? So they can get it now. They come here. They pay me $7. Wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am. What else do I want to do? I want to show you that you can increase your AOV, your average order value, by adding on order bumps. Remember, I said to you, if you come out to my in-person event or you work with me in the 6-week accelerator that's happening next, we'll talk about how you make more money. You can create low-ticket offers, but then you can create premium offers, or you can create experiences where people in one sitting are putting more stuff in the cart and buying, spending more with you, okay? So let's go to that option. Let's go to settings again. Let's go to upsell. I think you can add up to 2 upsells. I'll just add one. So they get my ebook. Do I have anything else in here that might make sense with this offer? This offer is for what? AI side hustles. let me do Ready for Revenue Challenge, and let me give them a discount of 50% off. And let me do another one. Let's do the Grow Sales Grow. Make a mini offer starter kit. Let me give them 20% off that. When you put on order bumps, you give them a discount. It's an incentive to buy now because you get it now cheaper than if you were buying it by itself. Now let me hit publish. Okay. Save and publish. Now let's go back. Now you see I got order bumps on this thing. They either pay $7, they get that, or they go wait. I want to be ready for revenue. I want the challenge. Ooh, I'm going to get the challenge for 18 instead of 37. Okay, let me add it. Now instead of paying you 7, they're paying you 25. 4 people pay you 25, you made $100 just by adding something to the cart. You have to create those as separate products so then you can find the product in the drop-down menu and add it as an upsell. Now I have my Make a Mini Offer Starter Kit. I love to create kits, by the way. That's another way you can increase your revenue, create bigger offers. They add that to the cart. Now it went from them paying me $7 to them paying me $63. I usually put together offers where somebody will pay me anywhere between $7 and $997 on one damn page, giving them options. There you go. You learned one of my secrets. AOV, increase your average order value by adding BUMPS, order bumps, upsells, so you're bumping up how much they put in the cart. If you have any questions for me, feel free to ask. But I said what I was going to do, and I did what I said, okay? In about 30 minutes, I showed you how in Kit, you can either put a landing page together where you give away your app for free, or you can put a sales page together where you charge for it. You can do a discount. You can add on upsells. Now, there are other things that you can do, baby. But if I tell you all of those things, we'll be on here forever. So I'm going to leave it at that. But if you do have questions about anything that we did in today's build, let me know. Now, I do have a few more things to say to you, so we wrap up our session for today. I definitely cannot wait to see all the goodies that you all create. And I also would love to know what you thought about this training, right? What you thought about it. Did you get what you came for? Maybe that and a little bit more, right? Let's get this into full screen. Let me make sure that I am still recording because sometimes I'm doing 15 different things and I'll forget to hit record and be like, oh my God, I forgot to hit record. Okay. Let's get back into presentation mode. So, set up for sales. Choose it if you're going to give it away as a lead magnet or a paid product. Either create a free landing page or a simple checkout page. Connect the tool to your email list. Add simple copy that highlights your promise. Publish your tool live for your audience. This is your opportunity to learn a simple process fast and repeat the steps for future offers. No excuses. I don't want to hear I'm too busy. Half the time I was kind of lazy. I didn't write. I had ChatGPT write for me. Right? And, you know, I don't want to hear, I don't know how to do graphics, LaShonda, like you. I don't know how to do mock-ups like you. I'm going to give you the template. No excuses. None. Absolutely none. Path to profits. One of the things that I teach is what I call path to profits. It's a 6-phase process. We're not going to go through those phases here because guess what? That's what the 6-week program is for. Okay. But I'm going to give you some of the fundamentals today. Number one is understanding that you can create $10 tools. You can even create $100 or even $1,000 toolkits. I've built what I call my Tiny to Titan framework because I want to show you how you can turn tiny offers into Titan offers. I've been building low price point products for years now, and I've realized that one of the things that people struggle with is balance, because a lot of people create a lot of low ticket offers, but they're not reaching their 4, 5, or even 6-figure goals because they're trying to sell low ticket and high volume. What that means is people trying to make a $7 offer and get 100 people to buy it to make $700, or get 1,000 people to buy it to make $7,000. When the smarter way is to work through what I call 10-10 win. Create an entry point offer. Use organic marketing. But even if you get a handful of people buying the $7 offer, convert some of those people into the $100 offer. Convert some of those people into your $1,000 offer. And if you get 3 people paying you $1,000, you made $3,000. If you get 10 people paying you $1,000, you made $10,000. As opposed to you trying to figure out how the hell am I going to go viral on TikTok so I can get people to buy this $10 thing, enough of them to give me 4 or 5 figures. Create with balance. I am a web designer, and so I know how to create high-ticket offers and low-ticket. Most of my offers are anywhere between $1 to $10,000. When I talk about going from 0 to zeros, 0 plan, 0 product, the $0 price point, to adding on 0, 0, 0, 0 zeros and beyond. One day I will create a $100,000 offer. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. But 10,000 is pretty impressive considering I used to build websites for $100. I had to learn how to gain the confidence, and I had to learn my own personal way of strategically making more. It takes a whole lot of $1 to make 1,000. But if you strategically create $100, $10, and $1,000, you can get there. And I'm giving you an overview now. I'm breaking down the process and showing you how as part of the 6-week accelerator. Those of you who are in my 1-year program, you're in the accelerator. Those of you who signed up to the scale kit, you are in the accelerator, and you can work with me. If you're curious about any of those things, check in. Where they are, check in. Those of you who are in my 1-year program, you get everything that we do this weekend, everything we do in the 6 weeks, but you do not get the kits. So if you want to get the starter kit, build kit, or grow or scale kit, you can get that separately. Those of you who got the build kit, but you're not in my 1-year program, you either want to get in the 1 year or get the scale kit if you want to continue working with me and learn how to not just do tiny, but Titan offers too. Because I got you. Either way. When I talk about the framework, my Tiny to Titan framework, for me, I learned basically how to create what I call simple, sustainable businesses. And for me, something that is a simple, sustainable business is ultimately me being able to organically get people in at every price point. People oftentimes say to me, LaShonda, you have something for everybody. And I do. I do. Because there are people who either all they can afford, or if I'm being honest, if they're new to me and they're trying to grow in trust working with me, all they want to invest is something under $100, right? So I have people who all they can afford is a lower ticket price point. All they can invest is at a lower ticket price point. Or they're in a situation where they're not quite ready for advanced things. So they are only needing something at that lower ticket, right? So there are lots of different reasons why I have a range of offers. I also have a range because I'm going to keep it real. One person buys something from me, $2,500. Another person buys something from me, $2,500. That's $5,000 from two clients, and I could sit here in my pajamas and take a nap. Okay, okay. You know, it's situations where I've learned how to generate four figures, five figures, and beyond with just a handful of sales, right? Because I'm an organic marketer. And yes, you can strategically do big launches and you can, create a huge following. And bless God, I have a decent following, but I mean, it's nothing in comparison to these 10-year-old TikTokers. But I don't have 10-year-old TikTok time, okay? I'm on the other side of 40. I'm in perimenopause. I'm a diabetic. I need things that are low impact and practical for me, baby. So I've learned how to live a life where I have a full-time business. I quit my 9 to 5 when I was about 6 months pregnant, somewhere in there, 3 months, 6 months, somewhere in there. No, I was about 3 months pregnant when I quit my full-time job and decided I didn't want to work anymore. I wanted to be a work-at-home mom. You don't quit in the middle of paying for health insurance when you're pregnant, but hey, I was 24. I wasn't the smartest kid on the block. I was book smart, not necessarily, girl, you just pregnant. Now you got to pay for insurance smart. But anyway, when my son was about 6 months old, we moved from New York to North Carolina. And I've been living in North Carolina ever since. He just turned 18, and it's college time. And I've been able to successfully go from side hustle sister to an established business owner, and I've not worked for anybody else since. So I think if nothing else, I've done something right. I'm still here. And in this economy, honestly, I've unfortunately seen a lot of entrepreneurs in the last 2-3 years close their doors. Number one, because they have not evolved their businesses, and a lot has changed in the last 5 years. Post-COVID, a lot has changed. Not even for just entrepreneurs. How many offline brick-and-mortar businesses have you seen close because post-COVID and inflation and everything else and AI, everything has changed? I'm still here. And so I want you always to have strategic, practical strategies that give you balance. So regardless of the economy or your bandwidth, baby, if you can work on strategically having balance, low ticket, mid ticket, high ticket, that's going to work for you when it comes to generating revenue. Now, I'm going to give you, it says my toolkit time because I'm not perfect when I do my slides. And if I don't have a spelling error in my slides, you know that it was all AI that wrote it, okay? You know AI wrote it because it's perfect. When I'm writing shit, you're going to get a few spelling errors. Excuse my French. My first relatively higher ticket digital product was my BBSK Black Business Starter Kit, okay? That was well over 15 years ago that I built that thing. But I did a thing. I was like, okay, let me take all my little $7, $10 ebooks, make it into a kit. I sold it for $100. That's how I learned how to start charging more by building what I call BBLs, Big Beautiful Bundles. BBBs, Big Beautiful Bundles, please. Fast forward more years, more content. I created UGBB, the Ultimate Girl Boss Bundle. Sold that thing for $500. Discounted it for the holidays, but for the most part, sold it as a $500 bundle. Fast forward, I created a couple of years ago for $1,000 a bundle called Elevate Everything. And I put pretty much the things that I was doing with clients in my annual program into Elevate for people who weren't in the annual program. I was like, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. There you go, Elevate. And then the last 2 years, what I've done is, as opposed to selling Elevate, I've attached it on as a bonus to my annual program as a BOGO because it's $1,000. And at the lowest level, my annual program is $1,000. The highest level, it's $10,000, but that's going up to $12,000. I'm changing the price points ever so slightly. But the base level of my Insider Circle program is $1,000, right? So the BOGO is you get the 1-year program and everything I do in that year for $1,000, and then also you get a BOGO of everything that's in the latest version of Elevate. It's well over $1,000 value, but I value at $1,000, so you get twice as much for half the price, right? I've learned how to create premium 1K offers, and a good percentage of what I've been doing with my VIP and my Momentum clients this year, and those are my clients at the 5,000 and up level, working with them privately, $5,000 level, and the VIP $10,000 level, working with them privately to create their 1K offers. Tiny, under 100, starting at 10. Titan, over 1,000, scaling to 10,000 plus. When I have my in-person next week, it's intimate. I normally don't really have a huge group of people. It's usually anywhere between 2 to 8 women hanging out with me here in Greenville. We kick off our shoes. I have a suite that I get, and we rock it out. So this Build-A-Thon I'm doing next weekend, where I'll focus on creating high-ticket digital products and creating more of these tiny tools, because I get to work with them privately. I get to do more moderately advanced tools. I don't want to do moderate in virtual because I'm not trying to give y'all more complex things than this. We do really solid ones in the virtual, but because I'm working with them in person, I can see what they're doing and do some other things. Plus, I have other fun AI things that we do and video contents too. It's a whole vibe. But anyway, I say that to say, as far as my toolkit timeline is concerned, I have been building low ticket and then what I call evergreen digital products. Evergreen, you can sell them any time of the year. And I've been strategically building those out for years, since the beginning for me. And I try to encourage clients to do the same, especially clients who don't proactively pay for ads, don't proactively speak for marketing, don't proactively use PR, and they need reach. If you're in a space where organic is the thing for you, the thing you also got to learn how to do is balance. Because to be honest with you, a lot of entrepreneurs struggle because they either do a lot of high ticket, and it's great when they are in their high sales season of conversion, but it sucks when they can't get high ticket clients when their season is off, like accountants. There's a tax season and then there's not. So feast or famine for high ticket folks, right? And then for low ticket folks who don't do organic or have a viral reach because they're not an influencer, it sucks because they're struggling trying to figure out how to make $1 out of 15 cents. How do I get more people to buy the $10 thing, the $10 thing, or the $20 thing because they don't get enough money to create a sustainable business? All these years, my not-so-secret secret, I build with balance. So discovering my 10-10 win strategy, scale gradually. 10 sales at a time. If you get a $10 offer and 10 people buy, that is $100. If you make $100 a day, every day for 30 days, that's $3,000. Do that for 10 months, that's $30,000. An extra $30,000 ain't bad. If you make a $100 offer, you get 10 sales, that's $1,000. You make a $1,000 offer, get 10 sales, that's $10,000. 10,000 from 10 sales ain't bad. 10K a month, that's your 6 figures. I work with clients at every phase. The 3 main phases I call 4-figure foundation, learning the fundamentals of consistently making at least 4 figures a month. 5-figure focus, being able to then focus on realistically generating 5 figures a year and or a month, and then 6-figure sales. Because ultimately the formula, the math, the math tracks. If you can consistently make 4 to 5 figures monthly, that's your 6 figures right there. Your next best step, the build and beyond. What I wanted to do today is to share a plan where you can build fast and sell faster. Hopefully I did that. Where you can see how you can use AI to save hours of work, not just the regular thing that 90% of everybody else is doing on ChatGPT. I want you to know what not even 10%, like what the 1% of us are doing, because a lot of this stuff is new. Not a lot of people are talking about what I'm sharing with you. And I put a lot of hours and money into being able to share it with you from a place of expertise and not novice. I hate when people learn something like yesterday and they sell it today. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. Like I've built to be able to share with you what you can do and created tools to help you build too. That's the key for me. Not just telling you what you can build, but creating tools that help you figure out what to build that's sellable and how to build it quickly. So you don't have to sit there and create prompts like, okay, let me read these 15 chapters and take these 5 hours of courses. No, literally in this course, you're learning and building at the same time. That is where my mind is. That is the transformation of me teaching how I teach now with AI versus how I taught like 10 years ago. Adding the fun, the interactivity, and the experiences to the old offers, the old school, so you get with the new school of digital products. My goal is that with this plan, you're getting better at creating tools that position you as an authority, that so you can sell tiny and then scale with confidence. Because for me, baby, it's the confidence. If you're not confident in what you put together, it's like sometimes it's not confidence in your intelligence, but it's in confidence in your ability to use technology, or your confidence in the ability to create something that looks professional and polished. Your confidence to be able to build things like people who build things for 10,000 and 20,000 and 30,000 with AI and me, you have the support to be able to build powerful, professional, polished things that are practical and profitable for you and your customers too. Fraction of the cost, fraction of the time. So you have a real solution to keeping momentum with simple, finishable systems. It is 444. Yay! I love when I see angel numbers. I always screenshot them on my phone. Don't mind me. Day number 2, we're wrapping up. Finalize and publish your polished tiny tool. That is my challenge for you. 10 minutes to build the initial version, tweak and refine, shine with your design. I want you guys to proactively check in with me, share your progress reports. Can't wait to see some of you in person next week and or as part of the 6th week. And of course, like I mentioned before, my goal is to get 100 people at the foundation creating tiny tools as I've defined them and building a library to showcase what you've done. So as you're creating, baby, send them things over to me so I can feature you as part of the Tiny Tools Little Library. Work on finalizing your tool, posting your app in the Firestarter Circle to start, which you can find at firestarters.sistersense.com. That's our Facebook group. Make sure that you submit so that I can put your tool in the Tiny Tools library. We talked about setting a price, launching, whether it be a paid offer or a free offer. I even talked to you about different Bs, right? Do you want to build a base offer? Do you want to build something that could be a bonus, a builder, which is building relationships like a freebie lead magnet? Do you want to add on something as an order bump to an offer? So I did talk about the 5 Bs. I'll break those down more so in the toolkit. Those of you who have the Tiny Tools toolkit and or the 6-week intensive, we'll talk about the 5 Bs more. But really figuring out what's the purpose of this tool. It's a base offer, it's a bundle, it's a bonus, it's a bump, it's a builder. Getting clear about how it fits in your offer suite. So you're not just building to build. It's intentional. And then, of course, committing to at least one next step so that you can finalize it and use it. When LaVon and I worked on her quiz, we worked on it during one of our private sessions. She's a part of the momentum level of my one-year program. And then after the call, I did a few tweaks for her. She launched it. And again, within that, we got on a call last week, and she was like, yeah, within the hour, 3 people signed up to my pre-order. I was like, yay! Can I use that as a testimonial? You know, it's just, that's what you want, right? You want people to be able to proactively use your resource and have it do what it needs to do, which is to help you and help them too, right? It's a win-win for everybody. If you have questions, feedback, thoughts, feel free to let me know. As we get ready to go, let's talk about the Build and Beyond. I do have live trainings every single month in the Insider Circle. And over the last 2 years, I've really leaned into teaching you guys how to use AI to create your own brand graphics, how to use AI to help you create books, content for social media, your TikTok, your Reels, your Instagram, all of it. We're taking things to the next level, going from this next quarter to into the new year, showing you how to create AI to create your own AI twin, how to use AI to create faceless video content, to create no-code apps, all of that. Like, we're going in deeper, in addition to traditional digital product marketing and sales that I will continue to teach you. So definitely take advantage of the support resources that I've created for you. You do get access to the replays. And like I said, friendly reminder, all the impromptu things that I created today, the templates, etc. If you don't see them, remind me and I'll put them inside of the replays page if I forget, because I'm going to eat something and then take a nap. How about that? But like somewhere between 7 o'clock and 9 o'clock, usually most days I'm asleep, and then I'm up by midnight and I'm rolling. Like I think the day before I was up at around midnight, and that's just when my day started. Today, I think my day started about 4 o'clock this morning, but I go to sleep super early. So any questions about anything, definitely feel free to let me know. As far as what's happening next, I had got to mention the fact that there's the starter kit, the build kit, and the scale kit. I love that quite a few of you guys have taken advantage of those. If you have any questions about what's in your kits, I do have some questions I need to check in and respond to definitely today. If you want to upgrade your kit and or if you have questions about getting a kit, those of you who are in the one-year program and you're a part of my live trainings, all questions are invited for you to get your build kit, get your scale kit, and join us in the 6-week intensive if you need it, okay? So like I said, I wanted to mention those upgrades and also mention, excuse me, our in-person. We did Tiny Tools this weekend. I always, whenever I do events here in North Carolina, I do a virtual and I do an in-person, but I always try to do something different so it's not like the same thing twice. So we did Tiny Tools virtual, and next week we're going to do Titan Tools in person. My next workshop after that one is going to be in January. I try to do at least 2 or 3 in-person events every year. So outside of that, I invite you to check in with me if you're not in the one-year program and you want information about that. Other than that, I encourage you to keep building and doing what you need to do. As you know, my goal is to support you every step of the way. Do you need to email about a different key or code for the builder out? No. What you have is absolutely fine. I just need to kind of double check and see what's going on with your front page. just to make sure you have the button. It's just missing a button. The little button that says browse your bundles, so you can actually go in to get the bill kit and see it. It's there, but I don't know why it's not showing up for you guys on your main page. But I will fix that and make that happen for you. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. As always, I thank you for hanging out with me, baby, as part of day 2 inside our Tiny Tools Intensive. If there is enough interest, I may do a day 3. I think it's good to stop here. I was going to do like the assessments, but I think I might do that separately if you guys want me to do like a follow-up to this one. And outside of that, I will continue to work with you guys in the weekend in-person one next week, and then the 6th week following that. So, alrighty, my dears, any final questions or thoughts, drop them into the chat. Yay, yay. I hope you guys enjoyed today. Seriously. It's always fun when I get to hang out with you. And obviously, you know, I do virtual with you all every single month. Every single week I'm doing classes with you guys. But the in-persons they're my favorite. So I definitely go live. I like to go live at least twice. So if you don't meet us in person, you'll see me on YouTube and Facebook doing at least 1 or 2 live streams with the ladies then. Anything else, my friends? Check in via email, voice message, train, plane, whatever you need to do. I got you. I have enjoyed this weekend and learned a lot. I am here for day number 3. I got you. I got you. Friendly reminders, check in with me via email because perimenopause is real, brain fog is real, and I got 1,000 things on my plate pretty much all the time. So just friendly remind me of anything that you do not see that I said I would add and or do for you. All right, y'all, LOL. Mwah. Thank you so much for joining. Go forth, create your amazing, have a beautiful and blessed rest of your day. Till next time, take care.